computer.
Hi everyone, Robot Man here. Today we're going to build a colour sorting robot. We're going to use the colour sensor in our Spike Prime kits, and it's going to see different coloured bricks and it's going to sort them into piles of red, blue, yellow, or whatever colour bricks you use. So it needs to be some sort of machine. It can look whatever way you like. You can make it any way you like, but it's going to sense. We're going to put some coloured bricks in it. It's going to sense the colours and it's going to sort them into piles. Can you do it? Here are some tips and rules. So everyone's colour sorting code will be different, but what I did was I had several stacks of code, one stack of code for each colour brick basically. To start with though, we've got to establish in my one where the movement motors are. So I'm going to click on the pink circle, I'm going to choose set movement motors, and my motors are plugged into C and D, so I'm going to change that to C and D. Whenever you've got any sort of vehicle, if your colour sorter involves a vehicle, you're going to have to set the movement motors. You're going to have to tell the hub where you've plugged the motors in that turn the wheels around. And then After you've set the movement motors, you might want to set a speed. For colour sorting, it's good to go slowly. If you go slowly, then things seem to work more accurately. So I recommend a speed of about 30%. And then there's something I do with the arm that lets go of the bricks. The third motor has a position in degrees where you always want it to start, and it will vary based on everyone's robot. But when I put my arm into the position where I wanted to start on my robot, it said that that was 275 degrees. You can click up here and connect your robot, and you can see how many degrees the motor has turned when it's in the starting position by putting it in the starting position. So whenever my program starts, that arm's always going to go in the starting position. Then I could put that to the side. So then we might just do when the color red is seen to start with. I'm going to plug my sensor into port B. You can plug it into any port you like, but on my robot it was plugged into port B. When the color red is seen, we're going to make sure that the arm that controls the letting go of the brick goes to the same position again, always. So I'm going to make sure that goes to 275 degrees at the very start. So it's always down. Okay. And then you're going to wait a few seconds. You could just wait 1 second. On my example, I waited 3 seconds. My red one was in the same spot in the middle where the car always starts. Let me explain. The car always is going to start in the middle, then it's going to go to either blue or yellow, or it's going to stay put for red. Okay, so for this particular color, on my example, the car stayed still, but it did still wait 3 seconds, and then it released the arm. So then you can just choose something like this. Remembering this motor is plugged into port A, and you might just say you want that motor to turn for 1/4 of a rotation. So it's going to turn like 1/4 of a circle. And that'll be enough to let the brick go. Okay. But if it malfunctions, you might need to make that an anti-clockwise movement. We're going to wait 1 second. And then it's going to put the arm back in the right position again. Okay. So we're going to duplicate that one up there. You can just right click on that and duplicate it, or if you're on a tablet, you can hold it down and duplicate it. So really, when it sees red, the arm's going to be blocking it, and then it's going to wait 3 seconds, and then it's going to let it go, and then it's going to wait 1 second, and then the arm's going to close again. Okay. Realistically, this block over here probably isn't necessary, but it's always good to have it in the starting position at the very start being blocked. Then we could just duplicate all this and then decide what's going to happen when we see yellow. It's going to be slightly different. Okay, a lot of it's going to be the same, but we're going to travel to the yellow section. On my robot, I had to move forward for about 15 centimeters. So you can choose a top block, and you could probably slot that in about there, or even there. Move forward for 15 centimeters. You can work in inches if you like. You could even work in rotations or seconds. It's up to you. But my robot, when it sees yellow, it moves towards the yellow frame, and then it stops moving after the arm goes up. We can put that in there maybe. And then it waits a second, and then it's going to go backwards the 15 seconds that it already traveled. So I might duplicate that. And I'm going to say go backwards. Often a down arrow represents backwards in coding. It needs to be the opposite to this one anyway. If you found that it was going the wrong way, you can just switch those arrows around, can't you? You can make this one down and this one up. I don't think that is necessary, actually. We'll get rid of that stop moving. Okay, that should work for when it sees yellow. Then we can duplicate that for when it sees blue. But this time, it's going to go the opposite way. So we're going to make that go down and that one go up. And I reckon that's all you need to do. I reckon that that is exactly what will make my robot travel from one frame to the other and put the right colours in the right frames. Pause the video now so you can keep an eye on my coding example and also the rules. Otherwise, keep watching for the teacher instructions. This is possibly the easiest lesson to set up for because there isn't much setting up at all to do. You basically just have to provide the students with a spike prime kit and they just go to work. So no real setup required except make sure that everything's sorted and ready to go. Make sure every kit's got a colour sensor in it and make sure every kit's got some coloured bricks that the kids can sort out. And that's all you need to do. Now in the description of this video there are some very handy links. There's a curriculum document which will have a lesson plan in there as well for this lesson. There's also links to ways to score for a colour sorter. You might want to do like a judging competition where the students vote on which sorter they think is the best. Or you could even challenge the kids to sort their blocks out the quickest. So who can make the quickest sorter? So you can use one of my spreadsheets to work out the quickest time that someone can sort out all their bricks. But it's pretty easy to set up for and it's pretty easy to have lots of fun with this one.